What's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. It's Monday, so it's Motivation Monday, man. Shout out to, as I should shout, they made this cut. So, yeah, shout out to them. Before I get started, I want to say big shout out to Sistah's Boutique. Colin, I appreciate you. Thank you for the bags and the wiles and the bracelets. My daughters loved it. So if you haven't, check out Sistah's Boutique. Get in there and get you something. They got some really, really nice bags. Don't take the machete bag. I'm pronouncing this wrong, but that's what I think it is. But that's mine, so fall back off that. You heard me? All right, let's get started. Before we get started, I want to talk about two things. You got an ex-sheriff detective is on the run right now. An ex-sheriff detective is on the run right now. An ex-sheriff detective is on the run right now for killing 3 people. Just want to throw that out there, okay? Then you had a 19-year-old who had 2 firearms that he got legally. Killed 8 people at FedEx. A moment of silence for those people. But he killed 8 people at FedEx after law enforcement had seized the weapon from him prior, and his parents was telling him that he was a risk. I just want to say that, okay? We have had multiple mass shootings, okay? R.I.P. Adam Toledo, the 13-year-old boy that was killed by the police. R.I.P. Dante Wright, who was killed by the police. R.I.P. George Floyd, who was killed by the police. And R.I.P. Breonna Taylor, who was also killed by the police. Okay? Yes. Then you had a Minnesota man, motorist, okay, hits cop with a hammer after dragging him with the truck after he attacked a retail worker with a piece of lumber. Okay? Mr. Alvin got mad because an employee requested he wear a mask. He wasn't shot or tased. Now, R.I.P. all our other people of color, brothers and sisters who have lost their lives by what I call thug police officers. Now, I say all this to say this. They're out here killing us by the hundreds, man. I don't even know the exact number, so I won't speak on that because I don't know the exact number. But they're out here killing us, yet you got detectives who are on the run for killing people. You got a white man who literally ran the cops over. I seen the video. Literally ran the cops over that he wasn't shot or teased. Yet and still, in the last, week or so, we've had 3 different killings of people of color? And you telling me it's not 2 different Americas? You telling me we don't have a police issue? A man can go in the store, assault an employee, leave the store, assault an officer, put his life in danger, because they always say the reason why they pulled their firearms because they were in danger. They felt their life was in danger. But he was on the truck when his life was in danger. Yet this man was not tased or shot. So, that's why today I have on my I Can't Breathe Black Lives Matter shirt. Also today they're doing the final arguments in the Derek Chauvin case, the guy who murdered George Floyd. So I wanted to stand in solidarity with my people. As you can see, I also have dyed my dreads red. That's for all the bloodshed of my people. That's why I dyed my hair red, for all the bloodshed on my people. So I'm wearing red today, all the bloodshed on my people. Because I'm just tired of seeing, every time I turn on the TV, somebody with this skin complexion is being murdered by a cop, but a white person is not. And I'm not saying that the cops should kill a white man. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't take those words and do what you want with them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why is it that you quick to pull your guns when it's a black individual, but when it's a white person, you don't? What is it about this that you fear so much? Okay. Because I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? So that's what leads me in today's Motivation Monday, man. We have to learn to be accountable for one another and start taking responsibility for our actions. You have to stop blaming people for the reason why things are going wrong in your life or the reason why things are happening to you. You understand what I'm saying? Every time something occurs in your life, you can't turn around and say, oh, well, if such and such would have happened to me or if such and such wouldn't have did, I wouldn't be this way. You're hindering your own progression. I used to do that, man. I used to blame everything. You know, I went through a lot as an adolescent. So I used to blame all that on, not having the stability that I believed as a child I was supposed to have. So I used to blame all my ways, everything that I did, everything that was negative that was my actions, I blamed on my stability. And that hindered me as an individual. You get what I'm saying? That really hindered me as an individual. It wasn't until one day I was sitting in a state penitentiary in a cell, and I looked in the mirror, man, and I realized, yo, this is you. Ain't nobody put you in prison. Ain't nobody stopped you from, you did that. Bone, you have all the means to be great. Yet you decided to do dumb stuff and be negative and got yourself placed in the penitentiary. I had to take accountability for me. Accountability is not running up in the Capitol because the person who you wanted to be a president is not, that's not accountability. That's stupidity. Because I don't understand how y'all say y'all for the police, but you go in there and kill the police. I don't get that part. I would never understand that. Make it make sense. Please, somebody. That's not accountability. Accountability is taking accountability for yourself, for looking inside of yourself and finding out what's wrong with you. Fixing it so it can be better for everybody else. We got to stop doing that. And we could be better as a people if we would take accountability for us. Take accountability for one another, and then learn how to coincide together. People always say, y'all always making it a race thing, because it is a race thing. This is a question I have. Why is it the white man didn't get shot and tased, but three people in the car have been killed? I'm asking for a race. That's not taking accountability. And they wonder why we say defund the police. Because officers are not taking accountability for their actions. They shoot somebody, they go home. You know what I'm saying? They shoot somebody, go home, then what happened? They on administrative leave. Out of control. Out of control. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, I want us to understand that we as a people got to start taking accountability for what we're doing. And our actions and how they can harm somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people who in this pandemic have took responsibility, man, and kept afloat. Hand clap for y'all, man. Hand clap for y'all, man. Because y'all people have realized, yo, it's not about what everybody else saying. You realize you got to take accountability for you and make it happen. You got to sit back sometimes and analyze yourself. Every day that I wake up, I analyze Bone. Because I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. Don't be worried about what everybody else doing. Stop trying to be better than him or her. Forget them. Forget them. Be better than you. When I look in the mirror, I see me. I don't see a bunch of people behind me. Only time I see a bunch of people in the crowd is when I'm performing. So when I look in the mirror, it's just me and him. That person that's in that mirror. That's why Michael Jackson said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. You understand what I'm saying? That's taking accountability. And we all have to do it. Because if we're going to get better as a people, we have to take accountability for ourselves. I understand some people who have been raised by racist individuals. And I understand that it has been passed down through your lineage. And I understand that it's been years and years of this nonsense pumped into your head. But just like I went down the path of destruction and one day I woke up and decided, you know what, that's just not right. It's the same thing you can do as an individual. You can recognize and see it firsthand. If you seeing these people, I'm talking to you. If you seeing these people in these streets getting killed and you don't think nothing about it and you think it's cool, you need to really analyze yourself. And that's real talk. You need to do some soul searching. Because if people dying in the middle of the street for nothing, people talking about the 13-year-old kid had a gun. He had his hands up. He's 13 years old. He's running away from the officer. What threat was he? Now, a 13-year-old kid will never know his life. So what, he was a 13-year-old kid. How many 13-year-olds you know that got in some stuff? Got in trouble and things of that nature. Teenagers do dumb things. Don't mean they got to lose their life over it. We got to learn to take accountability, man. Because taking accountability for self helps our people. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to George Floyd and his family and everything that they got to go through right now. I stand with y'all. Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? I pray that this verdict comes out the way it needs to. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to Dante Wright and his family. Much respect to everybody that went out in Gettysburg, man, and took a stand to help them people. Yet still, them people still came out and destroyed them items in the pictures. They do it when nobody's around because they can't take accountability for their nonsense. Learn to take accountability, man. It'll make life so much better. New 420 shirts, man, 24/7. We don't have a lot of those because they go fast. So, yeah, but we have them, but we don't have a lot of them. Literally not a lot of them at all, but we got those. Before I go, man, you always know I give my flowers, man. Today, I want to give my flowers to my Auntie Van. Hand clap for you, Auntie. My Auntie Van has been here since I was a kid, man, and she's always, like, been that consoler. You understand what I'm saying? Very easy to talk to. She also played a prominent time in my life. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. So she's like the animal vet that I ain't got to pay for. You know what I mean? So every time I got something wrong with the animal, I just call my auntie. But I love you, and I salute you back, Queen. Take care, man. Remember, take accountability for yourself. Boss Man on all streaming platforms. Check that out. Bugatti. Stay tuned for my new video. Peace and blessings.